Welcome to the predicted starting 11. Saints travel up to Tottenham and Wembley on Boxing Day. Try not to drink too much on Christmas Day. Let's get into the team. So Pellegrino's team selection is pretty much a lottery every single week. But let me start off in the sticks then. I think one man guaranteed to retain his place is Fraser Forster. Not much you can say about him really too much. Improving his performances just slightly over the course of the season, but Forster to continue in the nets on Boxing Day. Let me start off then into the back three centre backs. I think we're going to go 5-3-2 and play defensive like we did against Chelsea, against Man City, in those away games, and I think it's going to be very much the same up at Wembley. So three centre backs, I think it's going to be as you were against Huddersfield: Jack Stephens, Wesley Hoedt and Maya Yoshida. I think Van Dijk is going to be omitted from the squad once again. It seems like he's thrown a bit of a strop, and that attitude is poisonous. Looks like he's trying to push that move away once again. And Pellegrino was evasive about his future in his press conferences. So those back three there, I don't think there's really too much for improvement. Into the right wing back position, I think he's going to go with James Ward-Prowse. Pellegrino seems to like Ward-Prowse in that position, in that area of the pitch, and I'm not sure I can see Pellegrino selecting Payet, having been overlooked over the last two selections and two opportunities. Stephens has played there before and James Ward-Prowse has played there before since the Bournemouth games. I think Payet's going to be in the starting 11. I think James Ward-Prowse playing in that right wing back position. Onto the other side of the pitch then, on the left wing back, I think I'm going to go with Sam McQueen. Always get these things wrong, but Ryan Bertrand still a bit of a doubt for the trip to Tottenham. Matty Targett played there against Huddersfield. I'm not sure he can play 2 games in a week just yet. I don't know, remains to be seen. Sam McQueen for me goes in against Tottenham. Into midfield then, and the two players that were omitted in the squad against Huddersfield, these two will come back in for sure against Tottenham: Oriol Romeu and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. We had Lamina and Davis playing that position on Saturday against Huddersfield, and I think these two will definitely come back. And Højbjerg especially has been exceptional when he's played in the starting 11. Those two, that physical presence will certainly pose a bit of a threat for the Tottenham forwards going forward. Just ahead of them then, I'm going with Dusan Tadic. Now it's pretty much of a toss of a coin between him and Buffal for this selection. I think Tadic should be one of the few midfielders to retain his place for the Tottenham trip, and either one of those we need to rely on their creativity moving forward. There's not going to be much of it, so Tadic needs to be patient, and we don't need his attitude swinging his arms about like we've seen him over the past few weeks. And the two up top then in the 5-3-2, I'm going with Manolo, Gabbiadini and Shane Long for this one. Despite Long not scoring since February, we need to rely on his pace on the counter-attack. Manolo, Gabbiadini again on a bit of a drought in terms of goal scoring, but his movement and his intelligence up top in the final third is incredible, and the players just don't seem to see it at the moment. Obviously, Charlie Austin is injured and suspended, so it's difficult to see where some of our goals are coming from, but we can cross our fingers for a miracle at Christmas. Let me finish off then with my prediction, and I'm not holding too much hope out to take anything away from Wembley, but Wembley is a place where, of course, Gabbiadini scored those wonderful goals in the cup final. So if you fancy Gabbiadini to score first or last at Wembley once again, you'll get that at 17-2 with Ladbrokes, but with your boost, you'll get that at 9-1. That wraps it up then for the predicted starting 11 to play Tottenham at Wembley on Boxing Day. Leave us your thoughts on the team of my best guess in below. Pellegrino's not helping himself too much with 5 changes every single week. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Try not to drink too much as there's no public transport tomorrow. Leave us your likes, your comments and subscribe for more.